Hey, this is kind of a serious video-ish, and I say ish because I'm pretty open about talking about it now. I wasn't at first, but it was a sensitive topic, and it was kind of embarrassing for me, and I wasn't proud of it, but I am a recovering alcoholic. And I say recovering because I just got out of detox, and I'm doing a lot better. But on Thursday, I believe it was last Thursday, I went into the detox center. And no, Friday I went into the detox center. Thursday evening, I went into the ER because I was having severe withdrawal symptoms. And I was having what she call the shakes, which is when you can't stop shaking. Like, my hands were like this. And I had heart palpitations, and I was seeing flashing lights, which I looked it up, and that's indicative that you were going to have a seizure. And so I was freaking out a lot. I was having a panic attack, and so I told my mom, I need to go to the ER. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I just need to be honest. I've been drinking a lot of alcohol recently, and I feel like I'm having withdrawal, and it can kill you. And so I was freaking out, and so I told her, I need to go. And so I got in my car, drove myself to the ER while I was having these symptoms, which probably wasn't the best idea, but I didn't want her to come with me because I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was afraid, and I didn't want her to, I was afraid of judgment. And so I took myself to the ER, checked myself in, they took me back, they gave me Ambien, which is basically a anti-anxiety medication, and it's a quick acting, it's very strong, and it helped significantly with my panic attack. And so I was very calm. I was still having withdrawal symptoms. They gave me medication for withdrawal, so I was on medication for withdrawal and cravings when I went to the detox center. So I had these medications. They told me at the detox center that I had to go to the ER in order to get those, and so I went and got the medications, was able to go to the detox center, but I missed my appointment. It was on Friday at 9 a.m. I wasn't thinking, I forgot, because I was intoxicated at the time that I called the detox center because I was afraid about my symptoms, etc. And I was like, it's not like the withdrawal was happening then, because withdrawal doesn't happen until like a couple days after, like a day after. I think it's a 24 to 48 hours after you start feeling withdrawal symptoms. And so I was having already shakes and heart palpitations, and I was seeing flashing lights. So anyways, I went to the ER, and then the detox center was on Friday. 9 a.m. I missed my appointment. 6 p.m. they told me to come in. And so my parents drove me to the Bay Area and to the detox center, and my appointment was at 6. My parents got me some food before. I wasn't able to eat any of it because my stomach was just so messed up from me drinking so much. And so we knocked on the door, and before I even went in, my parents asked a few questions, about programs, etc. And then they asked the question, is he allowed to use his personal device to certify for his unemployment EDD benefits? Because I have all of my information logged in on my phone, and I don't remember passwords at all ever. So I have my password already saved, so I can just log in, put the saved password in, and then I'm able to log in and then certify for my benefits on my phone. And that's what I've been doing. And so they asked the question, this person, I'm going to call her Sally. She says yes. And this guy, I'm going to call him Gabe. He says yes. So Gabe and Sally basically do my intake. And during the intake, they messed up on my forms, what meds I was on and which ones I wasn't. They put extra papers in there for extra meds that I accidentally brought. And I really don't know why, because they also put void, which means do not give this medication to this person, on top of my sleeping meds, which I do take every night. But anyway, that's aside the point. That was one problem I had, along with their ant infestation. It was pretty gnarly. They weren't following CDC guidelines either. No one in there was wearing a mask unless, I'll call him Rich, unless Rich was there. And so Rich was the supervisor. He was the head honcho, and whenever he was there, he wouldn't even really wear a mask either. He would sometimes wear a mask, but other times he just refused to, and I'm unsure why. because he would be on us about wearing a mask, but then he wouldn't wear one. And but anyways, I also built somewhat of a dependency with cigarettes because, you know, I do smoke daily, and I don't condone that at all. But what they allowed us was cigarettes, and that's what we were allowed to smoke on our breaks, which was kind of annoying because after a while, like I said, I kind of built a dependency, and I was used to going out and smoking. And so whenever I'd want a smoke break, I'd be like, so when was our last smoke break? And it was literally like 30 minutes before I'd asked. So I just was anxious all the time, sitting around doing nothing. You can't really do anything. You can't go on your phone because they take it from you. So that's why my parents asked, hey, can he use his personal device? Because they were going to take it from me and hold on to it until I was out. And it was supposed to be a 3 to 5 day stay. And I stayed for 3 and when I discharged myself. But anyways, so while I was there, the first night I was there, I actually was crying and having a panic attack because I was going through withdrawals. And I went up to the front desk to go talk to one of the guys because I was like, hey, I don't feel well. Is there like, what do you know what I can do? And he basically told me to go away and go back to bed. And so I started to cry more, and I basically went into the TV room, put my head down on the table there, put my hood over, and put my arms around myself and just cried for about an hour and a half. And then I went back into my room and cried some more, and then was able to fall asleep because I was so exhausted from crying. Woke up the next morning, wasn't able to eat, couldn't eat the night before, the night I cried. The morning of, couldn't eat. Afternoon couldn't eat, evening couldn't eat. The evening time I ended up throwing up my pills because my stomach was so empty. Second day, same thing happened. The third day I was there, which was I believe Sunday, or no, Monday. That was the last day I was there. I was able to eat lunch, which was meatloaf and stuff. So I was able to eat lunch, which was nice. But anyways, so I ended up discharging myself because they refused to allow me to use my phone on Sunday, which is when I was supposed to certify for benefits. I asked consistently from Friday evening through Sunday evening, am I allowed to use my phone? Because my parents asked, and I was told yes. And they kept refusing, and then I'll call her Alyssa. She was sitting at the front desk, and she told me, hey, you gotta wait for Kim, I'm going to call her Kim, to come in, who's the director of the entire Detox Center. And so I told her, hey, I can't wait until Monday because my benefits will get canceled. And then by Sunday evening, I was told by one of the detox patients that, hey, you know, the EDD website is down, so we can't even apply for unemployment anyways. And so basically, I assumed, which I shouldn't have, that the EDD website was down. So, but I was a little suspicious, so I went up to the front desk anyways, Sunday evening, before lights out, which was around like 10 p.m. I asked the guy, like I said, Gabe, he's the guy who did my intake. I asked him, hey, can I use my phone? And he said no. And so not my phone. I asked him, hey, can you check the EDD website if it's down? He said no. And so, because it was a staff computer and only for staff work and whatever. So I was like, all right. So I waited until Monday morning, and then I was thinking about it. I think I want to discharge myself. And then I did. But I was unaware that my mom was bringing these cigarettes. She told me that my younger sister was going to come. Or no, the front desk miscommunicated with me, told me that my younger sister was going to be the one to bring them there. But my mom told me that, no, I didn't say that. What I said was, if I can't come, his younger sister will be bringing them. And so she was able to come. So she was the one that brought them. So she was there. I wasn't even told my mother was there. So I was planning already on discharging. So I could have had a ride home. So I discharged myself, called my mom. She told me she couldn't come and pick me up because, you know, her eyesight's bad at night. And I would never ask her to drive blind because she's basically blind at night. And so I basically spent an entire night in San Mateo, walking around, hiding from cops, in the bushes, trying to charge my phone. And ironically, the place I was able to charge my phone was a rehab center called Health Right 360, which, I didn't even mean to go to. I just so happened to end up there somehow. And, cause I was just walking down El Camino trying to find a place to just hunker down and just be warm because it was really cold. But anyways, I was walking around all night, And then in the morning, my mom came and picked me up, and then we went home. But I lost my unemployment benefits while I was in detox because they didn't allow me to use it, my phone. And so I'm just going to say a few more things about this detox place. Their shower situation was disgusting because the floors were always wet, and it didn't smell very nice because the water would sit and become stagnant. And the showers were really small, and the floor was kind of cracked, and so there was that. And then the room doors were really hard to open because I have weak hands because I've injured them in the past, and so I've got problems opening doors because of it. And so it takes at least like 8 or 10 pounds of force to open the door, if not more. And because I know that because it doesn't take me very much effort to open a door that requires like maybe 2 or 5 pounds of force. But I would have to literally use my shoulder to like open the door because it gets stuck and I couldn't get out. But all we could do all day was watch movies, smoke every hour, sleep, read. That's it. We had, like I said, no phone access. We couldn't even really make personal phone calls because they were changing the rules while I was there. They were saying only business calls. And I'm like, what the heck's a business call? Like, you think any of us are going to have business calls while we're in detox? And so, I don't know. I've never really admitted that I'm an alcoholic or was, and I'm recovering. I'm a recovering alcoholic. Because it was embarrassing for me. I was drinking so much that I was just slowly killing myself. And I knew that. And the day that I decided to go to the ER was the day that I decided to go to detox. Because I knew that if I kept doing what I was doing, I would need rehab. And I don't really want to go to rehab. Some people need it. With my situation, I've been drinking since early March. When COVID hit, because I lost my job, I was in class, in person, learning in college. At the time, I was doing online school. I was doing very well, though, before COVID hit. I had a stagnant A in 2 classes. I had a history class and my art history class. And I kept a stagnant A in both of those classes for 9 weeks of school. And then after COVID hit, my grades went down to both D's, but I was able to luckily pass with a B in my art history and a C in my history class. Unfortunately, those grades I don't believe are transferable, the C, but anyways, so I just decided to tell a short story about my detox experience, because not every detox is like that, but do your research, because I just chose them because I was extremely desperate, because I was just in a really bad place, a really bad mindset, and I was having extremely bad withdrawal, and I just couldn't stop myself from drinking, so I just needed some self-control and some more self-esteem built that I can actually control myself and tell myself no. Because before I couldn't, and I've learned to do that while I was there, because, you know, you can't drink anything or do anything while you're there. But the people who were in my room, one of them specifically was still using while she was there, and that's how I know it's not a good detox, because in good detoxes, you cannot get away with doing drugs. She had cut her the lining of her bag and stuffed her drugs inside the lining of the bag. And she called them vitamins, but she assumes I'm more dumb than she thinks because, or she thinks that I'm more dumb than I actually am because of the fact that, did I say more dumb? Maybe I am. The fact that she said that they were vitamins, when obviously they were just white powder in pill capsules, made me think that they were something more along the lines of Molly or other drugs. I don't really want to say too much because I don't want this video to get deleted, but basically, my detox experience wasn't very good. However, it did help because I don't have cravings anymore for alcohol. I haven't wanted to drink anything since I got out, and I believe it's because being there motivated me to never go back to a place like that, because if every detox in that area is like that, I truly don't want to go back. So I'm gonna put my best foot forward and stay clean, because that's what my body needs and that's what my life needs, because my life slowly fell apart. My relationship fell apart. I'm living at my parents' house now. They're building me a shed, though, so I can have all my animals, which is nice. But unfortunately, substances ruin relationships and just pick apart your life piece by piece until you have nothing left. And for those of you who have ever gone through addiction, you know how it works. Once you start, it's really hard to stop. And once it becomes a habit, it's a really hard habit to break. So anyways, I decided to make this video just to open up a little bit and give you guys a little more insight on my life and what I've been going through recently. And it's kind of a hard subject to even talk about because I know there's going to be some judgment out there, but I don't care at this point because I am recovering, I'm getting better, and I am better, mentally and emotionally, and all physically as well, because my body isn't absorbing poison, basically, is what I'd like to call it, because that's basically what it is poison. It kills your liver, it kills your brain cells. There's so many things that it does to your body that you just really don't want. But anyways, I also made this video to just tell you guys to just please be careful with what you choose to do with your life, because there's a lot of times where you'll be in a situation where you feel peer pressured into doing something you really don't want to, and just always know that it is okay to say no and tell someone no, regardless of what it is, because your body is your body. Your life is your life, and you have a right to do whatever you want. And saying no, if you want to say no, you have every right to do so. So, anyways, you can share this video if you want. You can like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about. This is the second video I've made today, so, I mean, that's a record for me. But anyways, I'm gonna probably do life now, but thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye bye.